Hey everyone, my name is Chris. Welcome to Casual Fragrances. Today we're going to talk about two fragrances from the house of Creed. This is going to be a Creed fragrance battle. We have Creed Aventus cologne and we have Creed Aventus the OG. Let's put these two together. Bam! Fragrance battle time. We're going to talk about the performance. We're going to talk about when you should wear it. We're going to talk about the price point. We're going to talk about the compliment factor, which everybody wants to hear about. And I'm going to tell you my opinion on which one I think is king of Creed. So if you want to hear more, please stay tuned. Before this video starts, ladies and gentlemen, both these fragrances were purchased with my hard-earned money. No company sent these fragrances at all. This is not a sponsored video. Creed Aventus cologne is a 2019 release. You can pick it up in two main sizes. They have a 50 ml bottle, which I have right here. You can pick up full retail for $325, or you can get a 100 ml, two times the size, for $435 on the Creed Boutique website or location store. I'll leave a link down below. Or if you want to go discounter route or third-party discount route, looking at $175 for a 50 ml bottle like this here, which I'm showing you, ladies and gentlemen, or a 100 ml bottle, 3.4 ounce bottle for $235. I'll leave a link in the description to verbalfragrances.com. Definitely check out. They have a lot of high-end niche fragrances at discounted prices. The next fragrance we're going to talk about today is from the house of Creed. This is Creed Aventus, the OG, the one, the only, the king they call it. So this one came out in 2010. This for retails for about $325 for a 50 ml bottle, and a 100 ml bottle looking at $435. The prices are pretty expensive, but you know how Creed goes, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to Creed, these are their prices. They're high-end niche fragrances, and people love them. Enough said. If you want to go the discount route or third-party discount, you're looking at about $185 for a 50 ml bottle like this. Or you can get a 100 ml bottle for $249. I'll leave the links down below to both the Creed Boutique and to verbalfragrances.com where you get discounted. Note breakdown. Looking at we have notes of bergamot, we have notes of blackcurrant, we have notes of apple, pineapple, we have pink berries, we have birch, we have patchouli, we have jasmine, we have musk, we have oak moss, we have ambergris, we have vanilla. So both these presentations are really about the same. Only difference is you're going to see a coloration with the labels on the bottom here and the caps at the top. One's gray and one's black. But it's the same presentation. There's nothing very different about it, just a coloration so you know this is the newer one that came out and this is the older version. Let me spray them both on my skin and tell you how I feel about each one. Let's take Creed Aventus cologne first. Now we're going to spray Creed Aventus, the OG. So let's talk about this one first. The opening for Creed Aventus cologne, you're definitely going to get that very freshness. You're going to get that mandarin. You're going to get that citrus, that bergamot. It's a very fresh, very cool, beautiful, bright opening. And this is one of the fragrances I know people were saying that this is more of a uplifting, more fresh, more cleaner take on the original DNA of a Creed Aventus, which I understand. I fully agree with that 100%. Do you smell a little bit of a pineapple? Yes, but it's not listed as a note in the note breakdown at all. It kind of gives that feel of you're wearing Creed Aventus, the original, but this is more turned up, more tuned up, more turn the button, turn a notch up higher. It's more of a freshness, more of a cleanness vibe with this fragrance here. You're definitely going to pick up a little bit of a minty kind of feel in the middle of the fragrance, which I definitely like a lot. Even though mint is listed as a note, you kind of get this cooling effect with the beginning, but in the mid you definitely get a cool sensation, more of a minty vibe in the fragrance, and it is awesome to me off of my skin. Then the dry down, you're going to get some, I feel like it's going to be dry, some musk. You're going to probably get a little bit of a sweetness, but overall, this here is a great pick-me-up fragrance if you're stepping into the niche world and you are coming from designer fragrances like Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Versace Dylan Blue, Coach for Men. Those type of fragrances that are mass appealing scents, this is going to be your step up from designer into niche fragrances. The price point is pretty expensive, so I suggest this one or the OG. Pick yourself up samples. You can get them and try them out because you may not like the smell of this fragrance, and once you buy a bottle of this, it's going to be hard to sell it back out on eBay or through the Facebook group because people already know that there's different batch variation between this and the OG, and some people don't want a smokier or a heavier batch. But this fragrance right here, ladies and gentlemen, there's two batches difference. I gotta try the other batch, but this one here is more fresh, and this one here I'm going to go over the performance later in this video. Next fragrance we're going to talk about is Creed Aventus, the original OG. So this fragrance here, what I get out of this when I smell it on my skin, this one here opens up fresh to it, the bergamot, but I do get mainly that prominent opening of a pineapple, a fruitiness in the fragrance, which I don't get in the Creed Aventus cologne. That one is more turned up, more fresher. This one here is more citrusy, kind of fresh, but more leaning towards pineapple, and a smokiness with the birch in the fragrance. And you can tell the difference with these fragrances when you put them side by side. You can tell one is maybe more fresher, one's a little bit more fruitiness, and this one here is a little bit more fruitiness on my skin. Now, people love this one. I know it's an OG. People call it the king, and it is what it is. Will I call it a panty dropper? I don't know. I have so many fragrances in my collection that get the job done. I can't say that for myself, but people have said it does it, and if they say it, take their word for it with a grain of salt. So I'm going to say, the mid of this fragrance, you're definitely going to pick up off of my skin when I wear it. I get more of that fruitiness in the fragrance from the mid, from the top notes to the mid notes, but I do pick up a little bit of that birch smokiness with this fragrance here. And each batch is going to vary different, ladies and gentlemen, so please keep that in mind. When you get a Creed Aventus fragrance, there are going to be a different batch code for each fragrance on the bottom. Some are more smokier, some are more sweeter, some are more fruitiness, and maybe some are a little bit more citrusy, but keep that in mind. It's going to smell maybe a little similar than each batch you get, but it's still going to give off that Creed Aventus smell. That's not going to be the problem. The problem is going to be the performance, because some people go nose blind to it where they don't smell it, which I've had that problem when I've tried out samples before, and now I have a full bottle. I've wore several times, and I have a better idea of the performance on my skin and how it works and develops on my skin chemistry. So let's get right into the dry down of this fragrance. The dry down of the fragrance, you're definitely going to pick up some of that patchouli. You're definitely going to pick up some of that oak moss in the fragrance. And to be frank, honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, to be honest with you, there's nothing not to like about the fragrance. Me personally, I don't think it's the best fragrance I smelled in my fragrance journey. I've only been doing it for 4 years. I have a lot of fragrances in my collection, you can see from the back here, that I just prefer to wear over this one. But I'm happy to have it in my collection because I'm a fragrance reviewer, and it's one of those fragrances where people say, hey, you're a fragrance reviewer, do you have Creed Aventus? Have you tried it? Do you buy it? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? It always happens to me when I go places. It drives me crazy. Nevertheless, this is Creed Aventus, the OG. Now we're going to jump right into the performance with each of these fragrances. Projection. Projection on my skin. With Creed Aventus cologne, I'm getting about an hour of projection. After that hour, it comes very closer to the skin, and I pretty much have to dig my nose in to smell the fragrance. And it's one of those things where it's like I wish it had better projection. That first hour is when I get noticed the most. Like when I apply it, I do about 4 or 5 sprays, and I go out the door, do what I gotta do. And within that first hour, people get whiffs of this fragrance, and they really like the fragrance. It's one of the fragrances that will catch your eye. You're like, wow, that smells nice. That smells fresh. That smells clean. That smells very smoothing, very elegant, very gentleman-like fragrance. Is this mass appealing? Hell yes, it's mass appealing. Either one is creating a mass appealing fragrance. The price is pretty expensive, but you are going to smell different than most people out there that wear designer fragrances. Longevity. Longevity for this one here is where it's going to fall short for me. I'm getting about 5 to 6 hours on my skin, and the longest I've got was 6 hours. I tested it out in the hot weather, between 90 to 100 degree weathers. I tried it out in the cold weather, where it's like in the 60s, in the 50s, and the 40s, and it did the same thing, 5 to 6 hours. I think sometimes you get a little bit over 6 in the hotter weather or hotter control outside when the humidity's up higher. But that's it. It's not going to last all day. You're going to have to bring this bottle with you, or atomize it, a little travel atomizer, and reapply it. Tends why I go through a lot of the juice. I got like, I think 20% left. I just love the way this smells. It opens up amazing. It's something that, if I could only own one Creed Aventus fragrance, it would be this over the OG. It's my own personal opinion. Do your research, see which one you like better. Projection and longevity. Projection for Creed Aventus, the OG. Projection, I'm getting great projection. I'm not going to lie to you. I get 2 to 3 hours of projection where it's nice. You can get whiffs of it. It's one of those fragrances where people can go nose blind to, which I have done since I've worn this bottle and worn it several times to work and hang out with friends and family. I catch whiffs of it, a nice sillage behind me, a nice trail scent. It's everywhere I go, I can catch whiff of this fragrance within that 2 to 3 hour mark. I can smell it. It's good. It's loud, and I got to be careful with the sprays. Longevity. Longevity is great. I'm getting 8 to 10 hours on my skin. I get through the whole workday. After that 3 hours of projection on my skin, or 2 to 3 hours of projection, it does come closer to the skin, but you still get whiffs of it when I move around. But by the 8 to 10 hour mark, it's close to the skin, but you can still smell the fragrance. Like, it's still there, and it's kicking butt. I can still smell it. It's not like it's a dead skin scent. I go like this, I can still smell it. Which I will have a full review on this. If you guys want a full review, I do a full review. I do wear it for 5 days. If you want me to do a vlog or something, let me know in the comment section. I don't really want to review this, but if you guys legit want me to do a full review with this, I will do that for you guys because I love you subscribers. Compliment factor. Okay, so compliment factor of these fragrances here. Let's jump into compliment factor. Aventus cologne. The few times I've worn this fragrance, I received 2 compliments wearing this fragrance. Now, the one time I wore it to work during quarantine or COVID time, and one of my bosses was like, "Oh, you smell good, man," and you can smell it through the whiff because I sprayed this on before I went to work. And my job's not that far from where I live. I think it's like 30-40 minutes. By the time I got to work, I still had another 20-something minutes of projection still coming right off my skin, and he could detect it. He said he really enjoyed it. But when I talked about the price, he said it was way out of his league. Crazy for buying a fragrance with that type of price. But when you get discounted, he liked it. It was on discount, so he said he might buy a bottle. The OG Creed Aventus. So this one here, I've gotten 3 to 4 comments wearing this one here. But the comments I got with this one was mainly from guys. It wasn't from ladies. It was more like guys like, "Oh, you smell nice today. I like that fragrance. Where can I pick up a bottle?" So I know people had said women do like this, and men like it too. So nothing against. I don't care if it comes from guys or girls. It boosts up my confidence either way because I know I smell good. But I like the feedback because people talk about this like this is going to get compliments, and it does the job. Let me just say that this fragrance will garner you compliments as long as you're dressed nice, you're presentable, you don't look like a bum that don't have the shit together. If you dress presentable, casual or dressed up, people will notice this fragrance and you will smell great, and people will sometimes give you a compliment on your fragrance or what you're wearing. So this one here, I got more compliments than Creed Aventus cologne. Seasons and occasions. So these fragrances, you can wear them anytime, seasons and occasion. Now I would prefer this one maybe more than this one for all year round scent, because this one here has more of a better performance off of my skin, so I can see myself wearing this as a signature scent or dressed up from January to December. But I feel like in the summertime I would rather reach for this more for spring and summer, just because it gives more of a fresh, more of a clean vibe on me, more citrus, a little bit of a mintiness in it, and I like this one a tad bit more. Occasions, you can both wear these dressed up or dressed down. It really doesn't matter. They're both going to make a statement, whether you wear them to like a banquet with like your girlfriend or significant other. If you're getting married, it's a perfect wedding day scent to you to wear, or your partner wear. You can be unisex if you want to. If they like these type of fragrances or notes, these are perfect fragrances to wear if you're going out on a night out with friends, or you're going on a date night. These are perfect. These fragrances will help you seal the deal on a kiss, go get a hotel, have some fun, go to a movies, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to judge you. But these are going to be perfect fragrances to jump into the niche game and enjoy wearing fragrances. Ratings and final thoughts. So ratings for these fragrances here, I'm going to do my rating like this. I like this one a hell of a lot. You guys know how I feel about this one. I give this one myself, I give it a 9.7 out of 10. I give Creed Aventus, the OG, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. These fragrances are going to do the job. 10's why I have both my collection. Which one I prefer over the other one? Well, for my thoughts, I picked this one over the original OG. Either one you buy, you guys are going to enjoy. Definitely get yourself samples first and see if it works for your skin chemistry, because sometimes it smells good on paper but not on skin, and you might not like it as much. Plus, these fragrances cost a good bit of penny. I mean, you're looking at the amount of money for these fragrances, you probably pay your cell phone bill if you're a single guy or girl out there. So please keep that in mind with these fragrances here. At the end of the day, you're going to smell good with these fragrances here. Check. You're going to get compliments. You should get compliments. Check. I don't want to say you are. I don't want to lie to you guys, but you should garner compliments if you're presentable to talk to people, or when COVID time's over, people can smell these fragrances off of your body. The price point is going to be expensive, so please keep that in mind. I say this again because a lot of people see my collection and say, oh, you have so many fragrances. I've been doing YouTube for almost 4 years now. I went from cheap fragrances to a little bit higher, a little more higher, and more higher in niche fragrances. So it's a long journey, ladies and gentlemen. You don't start off with all these amazing fragrances unless you have money and you want to blow it, fine. But I started from nothing to where I'm at now. So that's just a side note. People always think that I have money. I'm not rich. I bought these fragrances. This one I bought for retail because I loved it that much. And if you don't believe me, shout out to my boy Al from Street Sense. I was going to buy a bottle at the Creed event that they invited me to test these fragrances out. Well, this one out particularly. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, which one do you like? Leave your comments down below. Do you like the new Creed Aventus cologne? Well, it's been out for a year now. Or do you like the OG Creed Aventus? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like these type of fragrance videos and you're not subscribed to my channel, I really hope you show your support by clicking that red subscribe button on the bottom of the screen. It helps my channel grow. It helps you to promote my videos to more people that like fragrance content. I really appreciate I'm putting out video after video. And all I ask you guys is click the subscribe button, click that like button, leave a comment down below, and click the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. Hope everybody stays safe during this time. I care about each and every one of you guys, whether you're subscribed to my channel or not. Please be safe out there. And before I go, I apologize for the last couple of videos with the microphone issue, the wind outside. I ordered a new microphone, and it's coming in the mail in about a week or so, and I'll do more videos outside and better audio quality. So I do apologize. Thanks for watching another fragrance video. I'll see you guys in the next one.